Can y'all hear me? Check, 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 check. We there, boys? Can y'all hear me? Let me see. That sound good. All right, I'm on my laptop right now. My computer officially died. Okay, I'm checking so I can hear myself. Hear myself in my phone here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh my god, what a dude! Like crazy stuff on top of crazy stuff. I gotta tell y'all story. Hold up. Time for an AMD. LOL. Yeah, I have bought new computer stuff, like a whole new computer. But basically, I don't know. There's hardware. It's some kind of hardware problem. Because what I ended up doing, well, yesterday, IDOC had a flat tire and I had to run out and help her real quick. And then when I came back, my computer had froze again. And then I tried to reset it. Tried to reinstall Windows. And then every time I'd reinstall Windows, it would blue screen. And then I couldn't even get past the installation from a boot drive. Like it basically, my computer just died. Straight up. And I think it's either a faulty CPU or some faulty component on the motherboard, because I took everything apart, which is really hard to do because I have this huge complex water cooling system. And all day my computer was just a freaking war zone. Hold on, let me get the link out there for everybody. Let y'all all know I'm here. Sign in to Twitter. Hold on, guys. And so I took everything apart, and well, what I found out was my hard drive had like 3 Windows installations on it, and I thought I might have had a virus or something pretty deep. Like I couldn't figure out. Even formatting the drive and installing Windows was not fixing the problem. Hold on. Hold on. I was like looking at my phone and you guys are like all hanging out still. I felt so bad because I was like wanting to be here so, but it was a catalyst and markets are irrational, so it's like we didn't even care. Like a non-trading day. I think I took like a $4,000 loss that day or whatever. I had taken a stab on the stream and then I closed out. Something not too big. So now I'm gonna I have a whole plan to get a new computer built. The problem is the stuff that I need. I'll tell you guys in a second. So today we might not have all the fun theatrics. We're not going to have the music, the lights, the sounds, no camera today. Just trading on my laptop. So essentially what I got going on. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. There were many things speculated. I had 50 people message me yesterday asking if I was alive. And I was like, yeah, I was alive. But the thing was I couldn't even, my computer was on the fritz and I was just like, freaking out. PSU could be failing. CPU or GPU paste could have dried up. Yeah, that's... So I took everything apart. I reseated the CPU. I put new paste on it. That's good. And then basically, I replaced the hard drive, the M2, with another drive, just to see if my hard drive wasn't just the one acting up. And then I actually swapped out my RAM sticks to other RAM, and it's doing the same thing. So I installed Windows, and it has a fresh installation, but then programs won't load. It's weird. I can't even get Firefox to load up. And Windows is missing all these components, and every time I try to reinstall Windows, it gives me all these error messages like Windows won't reinstall. So I have no idea what's going on. I've been working all morning just to get Windows reinstalled. Could be the PSU, yeah. Everyone was thinking the worst. You thought I died or something. The CPU killed itself. Time to take a bite out of the apple. So I went out and bought me a new motherboard and a new CPU, but the problem is I don't have anything to cool it with. So I'm going to probably build a temp computer today after the stream. I'm going to buy a temp case, probably buy... I need to get, I guess, 2 new graphics cards to go with it, because my other graphics cards are all water cooled. Problem is I don't have a cooling block that matches the new socket. So I have to order everything to retrofit my computer to match the new socket. I hate when they do this. You have to order a new cooling block. There's no converter kit. It's stupid. They drill the holes on these motherboards like 3 millimeters away, and you're... You know, $1,000 of cooling shit doesn't fit anymore. It's stupid. Use your pool to water cool it. I should put it inside of a fish tank. An open air test bench. I don't have room to put much. Because, like, I have 2 computers in one, basically. And they're both in one box. I'll probably get 10 Tradeify accounts to the inconvenience of yesterday. Yeah. So now I'm on my new gaming rig. I just kind of quickly flipped together a stream. So there's nothing. There's no disclaimers. I don't even see the text on the stream. Hold on. Where did it say that? Start your trial. Start your trial. Oh, there it is. Oh shit, look like we're at the upper bands. All right, let me get everything together here. All right. Yeah, yesterday Catalyst was active. You know, the gap down the NVIDIA thing. Let's see, I gotta draw all my new stuff here. Horizontal array. Okay, 18601. Oh, so wow, we're actually closer to upper hedge pressure on NASDAQ. Okay, cool. What about the S&P? What? Oh, EP. Why do I have ES there? F.US EPM25. Spike. Fix. So I'm kind of driving blind here because I don't even have Thinkorswim installed on this computer. So you guys are going to help me out. So what I ended up doing was I was actually looking, and you guys are probably going to love this. I was looking to get an AMD. The newest one, whatever it was, 9980 something. I don't know. But they have the gaming, and then they have the Threadripper. So I was like trying to do some research on it. I went to the store. Which one I wanted. Because I don't need to build a gaming machine. I already got one. So I wanted something that's going to be just robust for... The X3D, yeah, that was the one I was looking at. But they don't have the motherboard I needed at the store. I have to order everything online. $18,601 $53.76. Perfect. Okay, so the market, I don't know what we ended up yesterday. The DD ratio is probably less than half. Nvidia, right, tanked pretty bad because of the, you know, the back charge against the trading their, whatever the chips are called, H2Os to China. Us and Italy will work together to end the war in Ukraine. What are they going to do? Make pasta missiles. So I'm trying to decide because at the store, just because I had Old Faithful, I bought a, because I get the highest in ROG board or the one that has the most USB. Just depends. So this time I might do something different, but just as a placeholder, because I was planning on replacing everything and just building a new computer very quickly, throwing out the motherboard and CPU and just building a newer gen. And so I bought the 285 Intel, the newest one, because I have that on my laptop, and it works pretty fine. And I'm not building a gaming machine or anything. But I looked at the AMD. They had the chip. They didn't have the higher-end board I needed. So I grabbed the Intel, and I grabbed the motherboard, and they're sitting here on the floor. I opened up the box, put it all together, and I took my other computer apart. Then I realized my cooling block didn't fit. Even though the socket is roughly the same size, or the same size, typically they don't drastically change the holes on the board, but this one they did. And plus my contact plate doesn't fit as well. The 1851 is a slightly skinnier chip. Yeah. Then I got kidnapped. Finally, the SEC guys in black suits with the dark sunglasses and the earpieces, they knocked on the door and took me to Area 51. I knew too much. They finally got rid of me. I don't need it, but Threadripper, yeah, Threadripper would be nice. But the thing is I don't know what's failing. It could be the PSU. It could be a lot of things. So I kind of just want to build an... every time like something like that happens, I'm like, whatever, I'll just build a new computer. But this time, since I have a dedicated, you know, gaming rig or whatever, I don't need this to be like an overkill, does everything machine. I need it to be a work computer so that y'all stream doesn't crash. So I got a new CPU, got a new motherboard, I got a new M2, and, you know, I've got like, I don't know, 15 different RAM kits sitting back there, so I got memory. All I gotta do is buy me a temporary case today to snap it all in, and probably like a temporary CPU water cooling block, and I'll probably have to buy 2 new graphics cards because my old graphics card's on the water cooling loop. But since I don't have a compatible water block, I can't use the old case, so I have to get a new case, and therefore this is forcing me to buy everything all over again. So I might have to go get like 2 4070s or something, because I don't need them to be high-end graphics cards either. They're just powering the monitors. So, a case study. The key guy came and beat me up for his keys. Guess what? We have called everybody. The movers, the guys that installed the neon signs, the 2 air conditioner guys that have come, even the guy that painted the room, and those keys belong to nobody. I repeat, nobody. I've checked the attic like once a day to make sure there's nobody living up there. And then I'm like, if they're living up there, did they come down to admire my computer? And maybe that's what they were doing, because I found them on my desk. I'm like, did I grab those keys? The only other plausible option is that we stole them on accident at the gym. Maybe they ended up in somebody's shoe or something. You know, when you go to the gym, you got gym bags there, and maybe somebody threw their keys in our bag on accident. So that would be the next place I would look. Does Victor drive a Harley? I know, right? Give the keys out as a giveaway. It's kind of like those, what do they call them? Where you have the, you know, like somebody has like a storage unit in a storage unit auction, and then you never know what you're going to get. So you get random keys, and you find what they open. Whatever's inside of it's yours. Whoever stole my silverware left the keys. Oh, that's so funny. They're coming back to get my second set of silverware. I knew it. I knew it. Oh my God. I'm sure at the end of the day is maybe we accidentally took them. And I think that's the only other plausible explanation. Because her parents drive a RAV4, and it's a Toyota key, and it looked like her keys. I saw them sitting here, and I was like, hey, I thought your parents had the car at their house. What are we doing with their keys? So I bet you it just naturally migrated. But I don't know how it would come in my office, because I would never have brought the keys here. I would have never had any reason to bring the keys up in here. So the only other reason, if we accidentally took them from somewhere, or somebody threw them in our gym bag and we took them out, through in our pocket, not paying attention, why she would bring them up here. So now we don't know who the keys belong. So if you guys are just tuning in, I found a set of like janitor keys. And they were like 50 something keys, it felt like. It was like a whole wad of keys. No, maybe like 25. And one was a Harley key, one was a Toyota key. Whoever left them couldn't have gotten far. Like, they would have like walked out of the house and been like, shit, I can't get on my car, my bike, get home. I don't even know. What time is it? Market opening in 13 minutes. People trusting that I'm not live. Did I lose all my viewer base because I was dead? Everyone smash the like button. We'll make sure I do a giveaway today. Our TBT giveaway. By the way, TPT, I found an avenue to get faster resolution. I can get you guys your accounts within the day now. I circumvented their tech support and have a contact there now. Yay! So yesterday I took those couple of scalps, like, or actually one scalp across the board. I think I was selling maybe like 4,000, 3,000 to 4,000, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But we were irrational, caps is active, and I told you guys whatever I'm doing is like, I think I grabbed the dip like right here, just to, in case we traded up at MHP, even though Catalyst was active, because we were at MHP and Nvidia and some other things. We tried to break through it, and I took the long with a small one contract each, and I just covered. TPT, TPT. So what I'm going to have to do is build like a temp computer. But like halfway temp computer. I need to use my old box with all my water cooling stuff maybe. But shit, then I got to buy all new stuff there too. There's new graphics. Okay, maybe I'm going to have to build new tubing. See, I'm like, how far do I want to go with my new computer? Should I just buy a pre-made computer for the first time ever in my life? Does not deal with the hassle. Is Victor still CEO? He certainly is. All right, guys, this morning, pre-market. We have tapped upper DD band, which is good. Market's still recovering on that. That V-shaped move at the end of the day yesterday was very good. I love seeing the market like consolidate, sell off, and recover and consolidate. This is usually a reversal type move. So we'll see what transpires out of this. This is really nice looking, though. As always, we're going to get our liquidity maps out the door and see what we get. The key fairy left it. Falcon trading. Yeah, you were the ones I think that were telling me about that the other day. So my question is if I'm going to buy a new trading PC or build a new trading PC, I'm going to have to get 2 new graphics cards. And I don't want to go get 5090s. I don't need something like that for the new machine. I mean, I have 3080 Ti's and they work pretty well. I might go get some like 4070s or something. I just need it to power the 6 monitors and that's it. And I might have to keep them on air cooling and build like a whole new setup with just air cooling until I decide to put it in water cooling again if I even want to do that. So basically today I got a big day ahead of me. Apparently I have to go spend a whole lot of money. The question is, should I switch to AMD finally? Because the stuff I bought at the store was Intel, but I can AMD stuff I'll have to order online. MHP breaking a pocket. Hopefully we can see something like that. It'd be nice. Yeah, so yesterday's setup, as we broke above MHP, you guys know I always take a long every single time. I mean, illiquidity pocket MHP break was the perfect recipe for possible breakout. And then it stopped me out, and I just walked away with the stop. And then, of course, the second time it attempted, it ran up to do that again. And obviously, resilience was less than 0, so half gap was where we went, which is the trade I was talking about before my computer froze up. So essentially, if you guys are just tuning in, IDOC had a flat tire, so I ran out to rescue her really quick. And then when I come back, my computer's dead. Yeah, the recent Intel is pretty garbage, I know. How do you get futures data on Rock Scooter platform? You have to connect your CQG brokerage account or CQG account here. Can I stop charging you for the class every month? Just go cancel it if you don't want to come back. It's a monthly expense. Falcon Trading Computers. Wait, so what were some of everybody's best stories of what happened to me? I bet you guys were... Y'all were having a field day trying to wonder... What is it? What are some of the top... So tradingcomputers.com? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, because I kind of want to get back up and running by tomorrow, so I kind of have to build something. The Harley guy kidnapped me that I defaulted on my loan. I got defaulted on the business loan. Oh no, they finally got to me. That's funny. All right, so yesterday's setup. Yeah, I want to see the best. What are somebody's best explanation what happened? Yesterday's setup, resilience was less than 0. As we're breaking through, trading a half gap was what I wanted to do. It didn't make it there. I cut out with the loss. Second time it worked. Obviously didn't make it there again. So today we'll see if we get another setup. We're below overnight dynamic MHP, so that's resistance pressure. Hopefully the ratio is closer to half, but we took a pretty nasty nosedive yesterday. But we are in IPs, so IPs will have that tendency to raise the DD ratio and prices go lower, etc., and vice versa. The Easter Bunny got me. Market is closed tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. When I said tomorrow, I mean Monday. I got a 3-day weekend to build a new rig, which would be nice. They said I fell and I couldn't get up. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, what time do we got? Market opening in 5 minutes. I usually don't like when we make our way up to the upper bands. Already pre-market, that is the trade I want to take. So today's probably going to be an internal day. Usually when you move like this and it's not a bull market, you've already spanned the top of the range. But we'll see. We'll see if we get outside the band. Obviously, at the upper band is short setups if the ratio is less than half. The band itself is a long setup and ratio is greater than half. Everybody's like, I hope you're okay. Hope you're okay. We are good. On Friday, you'll actually not be on a computer, but you do love trading at home on Fridays. Yeah, it's Good Friday, though. So nobody should be trading on Friday this time. Dude, Thermal Grizzly's going crazy with all the new technology for cooling your CPU. Like selling delidded processors, and do they have like an enclosure for it to cool it or what? If you take the lid off, then how are you cooling the die? Like, what's the... I have the heat spreader, the thermal plate on my 12900 chip. Dude, they're nice. My temps are like 10 degrees cooler. That's crazy. Well, Daddy's going to get his checkbook out today and go have some fun. At the computer store. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, we have a lower turnout today. My bad. Everyone thought I died, so 100 of our viewers didn't come back. Just kidding. Y'all will be here later. You take one day off of streaming, everyone thinks you're dead. Well, that guy didn't make it. Good morning. What's up, guys? Consistent investor. What's up? Thank God it's a short week too, because streaming on my laptop is fun, but I kind of like being in my seat. I like the camera. I like the lights. They'll be here. They better be here. Netflix today? Netflix today, right? I'm not showing myself today because IDOT gave me a black eye yesterday. And I'm hiding it from stream. No, I'm just kidding. As you can tell, I'm on my laptop. I don't have all the fun camera, nothing today. I don't even have the Rocket Scooter logo on the layout. We are open. And we're off. Yes, we get today. Ooh, same as yesterday, eh? All right. Dare I? Resilience is positive. MHP. Oh, goodness gracious. We're losing it, though. Oh, no, we open below. We open below it. Okay. All right. Open below MHP. MHP res is negative. This could be a resistance trade off of MHP on the short side. Let's see if we get anything off of there. QQQ. QQ, same boat. Ooh, same boat. All right, short setups here. Off of MHP. DD ratio less than half. Oh, yeah. So if we do break through MHP, it's a big breakout to the upside, but if we don't, it's resistance to the downside. I might want to set up for a particular short inside of LP right here. Just a one contract. Hold on, guys. I gotta fix something. Where's my thing here? Oh, wait, you guys can't see anything, can you? In Sony. Resiliences are positive, which means we're holding the top of the gap. MHP is negative. So being holding tight on this to make sure we don't get a MHP break. So the market's going to bounce around pretty violently here. Some downside move here. I got a little short setup going on. Hold on one more second, guys. I gotta get my shit situated here. Short setups, yep. Downside move today, guys. All the way down. Perfect. Oh, there it is. I was trying to figure out. All my DOMs are all over the place. Resilience is still positive, so we'll likely hit the bottom of the gap here and then kind of stabilize, I would say. All right. Where's all my other stuff here? Here we go. What's going on with Tradeify today? I literally have like limited real estate to work with. All right, so QQQ falling down, SPY falling down. Again, opening below MHP, that's just kind of the way that it is. There's nothing to do other than to wait to see if we do break above, or there was a short off of it, which I took. Chilling on this right now, just in 3 of my accounts. Shorted from here to there. And now I'm taking profit because that's just the next resistance. I short for very short periods of time. Boom, boom, boom. I am switching up, yeah. So I'm going to wait on this. Liquidity pocket is an every single time setup from here back up to there with resilience greater than 0. 27 to 27.6 though. There's not enough room for me to want to take a good long here. It's only 6 points. So I'm going to sit out on this for now and chill. So let's see if we do get conditions change for a bull break. Other than that, just sit back, let it fall as a short setup today, possibly to with positive res though. It's likely not going to do much. I'm sorry, with positive res, it's going to fight here a little bit, but ultimately I think we're doomed to kind of fall back down in there. There is a liquidity pocket trade down inside of here, so inside day trading off of here to here is also a good setup as well. I'd be careful trying to catch falling knives, but we are getting closer to a stronger market. I wouldn't be shorting this for a new sell-off personally, but this is looking pretty gnarly. I did short right off of MHP out the door, which is good. I grabbed it on NQ, so right when we opened here and I got the data, I just jumped in on the short. Gap has been filled. Second graph here is QQQ. Here is futures. So I'm looking at the liquidity map in futures and liquidity map in equities, and then I'm looking at the pivots in futures at the same time. So the way that it works, you see the liquidity map has resistance pressure off of MHP all the way down to next resistance. And so next resistance is here. And then, of course, losing this in an illiquidity pocket goes to fill the gap here. So now what we're doing is we're filling the equities gap at the bottom. Nasdaq resilience is less than 0. This white line indicates we move from here to here. It's definitely indicating a gap fill. This is pretty nice. A little delayed. So it's sell orders? No. This isn't sell orders. This is where the liquidity map is a kind of like a transparent options landscape of market maker distribution of their risk. So on the bull side is going to be where bulls are trading against, liquidity providers, and then the bear side is where bears are. So speculative bulls, speculative bears, and then the liquidity is in the middle between the two zones. So where liquidity is, we like to long the market from a liquid spot if the conditions are right. These indicators are looking at arbitrage between the sum of the stocks in the index versus the ETF itself. So an example is Nasdaq's white number right here that I'm circling is less than 0. So therefore, Nasdaq or QQQ is likely to fill its gap this way rather than to be a gap and go at this time. To set up charts like mine, it's just 2 charts. Take your main chart and then pop out a second version. The only reason I have 2 of them here is so you guys can see both of them on the stream. So on my other computer, I have a 4x4 grid of these charts. Let me see. Oh, I don't have my drawing tool on this computer either. How do I get it to grid? Oh, I just move. Look, I just move it around, just like that. Just pop it out with the little arrow key here, and then just move it around in your chart. All right. So today, greater market, DD ratio less than half. Not so good. Monthly map on QQQ still okay-ish, but now we're kind of like losing that bull market again. What kind of sucks is that we were hoping to see liquidity pockets to call a bottom here, but now as you see today, we're starting to lose some of that support as we got the bull side still looking strong, but we don't really have much left of the bear squeezing. So we have the bear side starting to rope back up in here. This might actually be resistance for another leg down. Be very careful. Not there yet, but the strength of the short squeeze is deteriorating. We're still good on the bull side, though. There's still active buyers here, which is good. Bear side slipping down, bull side slipping down is all right. SPY's a little better off than QQQ is. We still have that really strong illiquidity pocket up here, which means volatility is still here to stay. But the fact that you see a bull zone wedging its way in between bear zones is a transitional side to a bull market. So that's good to see that. But it is less strong now than it was yesterday and less strong than it was the day before. Last 3 days haven't been as promising as the last week was. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Are we breaking hedge pressure to the north side? Nasdaq resilience back to being greater than 0. Ooh, that might be a good... It's a standstill. Do I long or do I short from here? I'll take the short. Just with one. Back down the liquidity pocket. Oh, I got in on this one a little late, though. I'm just chilling it for a little bit. Ratio less than half, yeah. So just pretty much deteriorating a little bit. S&P resilience is still strong enough to hold a half gap. So you have two competing pressures. S&P is pressing from half gap to fill the gap, but S&P is also fighting MHP to resist as well. And liquidity pockets are usually really strong every single time trades. We long it from here to here, long it from here to here, etc. fairly often, right? I feel so weird trading on my laptop. I miss my big computer, y'all. I miss it so much. Good. Right back to half gap. Resilience greater than 0. Just taking the trades that make sense. I'm in an IP with resilience greater than 0 S&P. I'm going to take the profit from here to half gap. Again, second time trade. Not bad. Not bad. Not a bad start to the day. I know I'm kind of like fumbling all over because my DOMs aren't even on the screen in the right spot, but... All right. So far, so good today. I took like a $4,000 loss yesterday, I think. Something like that. Took a couple stabs and then my computer died. I didn't get a chance to come trade it back, but... There you go. Baron Sharp sticking the eye. I've done 2 scalps from here to here and here to here. I've done it twice. Straightforward, pretty simple. That wasn't too hard. Take the long. Ah! Nasdaq resilience less than 0 and S&P's positive. So S&P's fighting here in a liquidity pocket. The problem is we open below MHP, right? So monthly hedge pressure is a resistance pressure. You guys see the liquidity map encircling over here. It's going to have a hard time fighting. So I'm kind of waiting in case we break and conditions get better. I'd like to get in on a long trade if I can get it. But this Nvidia thing is just kind of nuking the market today and yesterday. Nvidia is just kind of shit in the bed again. Is today Thursday? Today's expiration, right? ES is definitely lagging in Q day. And Q is being more responsive to Nvidia than ES is, absolutely. The rest, so the thing is that this is going to be a kind of a cherry picking market. The 6% sell-off days are over with. We're not going to get that. Nvidia is just one company. And so the news of Nvidia is not necessarily going to happen to everything else. You know, right now people are looking for opportunities in this market. And so they're going to be buying stocks instead of buying the entire index. So let's look at the pieces. We have QQQ resilience is positive, which is actually pretty decent. It doesn't look too bad. If we do stay at the bottom part of the gap, one could long back up to here. There's a lot of scalps that can be had in the side of this environment. Not too bad so far. 28, 35, 40. About 4,200 bucks so far in the first 20 minutes of the market. I'm happy about that. I'm flat right now with no entries. I'm kind of waiting to see if I get something good here. Ugh. Alright, don't forget, if you guys are using prop firms, to grab your Rocket Scooter code and throw it out there. At every prop firm, you get the best discounts you can find, and the more that we use, the more giveaways they give us. Right now, they give us, between all of our partners, we get 40 accounts to give away every single month. I give away 40 accounts. I've given away 10 Tradeify funded accounts this month. Literally 10. So we create funded traders here. Not just giving away eval accounts, giving away funded accounts. That's the way to do it. Yeah, what a fake out, right? I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for conditions to be better. The positive resiliences mean that we're pushing this way to fill the gap. The MHP pushing this way. So what is the stronger pivot? MHP is always the stronger pivot. But so what I'm doing is I'm waiting to see if we get a breakout. I took the couple of scalps, but this isn't actually a setup for the market to crash. The market seems to look pretty okay from here. It is in a liquidity pocket. We just opened with that negative hedging, which is why I just scalped the half gap. You guys realize that, right? S&P resilience is positive. That's why I only took those tiny little scalps. I didn't scalp it for reversal. I'm in and out, in and out, in and out. Well, the question is, does this break out and keep going? MHP breaks can create gamma squeezes, which are good. We're still kind of in that negative resistance mode. So right now, this is kind of a toss-up. It is attempting to break bullish. My confidence in this sustaining is good. Something is starting to rally on the Nasdaq side, and I'm going to see if it's NVIDIA. Not NVIDIA. Is it you? Microsoft is part of it. Apple is part of it. So yeah, so some of the stocks pressing through this side of the half gap is lifting resilience off the bottom. So this could create a bid to rally today, which is good. Why, whenever I tell you guys in the boot camp when we talk about shorting, I'm in and out quick, right? I'm never in for a long period of time. I'm always into next resistance. That's it. Netflix kind of chugging along. Today's earnings, right? Tonight on Netflix. So Netflix is just sitting ranged between 960 and 975. Netflix on the monthly map site, I don't think it's going to be impacted by tariffs at all. Netflix is very strong and very bullish on the liquidity map side, at least going into earnings. So this is good. Amazon still in the bearish setup. So all of these below MHP is definitely bearish for a lot of these stocks. I want to see if GameStop and AMD, because I've been looking at these guys, have been looking interesting lately. Sorry, not AMD, AMC. GameStop actually breaking out. AMC still garbage. Okay. Yeah, GameStop's picking up some steam. I'm so curious to see that. And Apple is looking good as well. At least good-ish. Now, the problem is today, a lot of these stocks are still with that bearish pressure. Be careful if you're trying to short this. Whenever you break through monthly hedge pressures, it creates that gamma squeeze where you squeeze all the bears out. So today, the index products are kind of all sitting here. S&P is in an illiquidity pocket on a monthly hedge pressure break. The second attempt to break is actually pretty decent. Now, some people here could long off of there and close there. And a lot of people that are shorting, I'm waiting to get below MHP to short. The problem is that We have a liquidity pocket and positive resilience, which means this is resistance to the downside. Both of these are supports. Why I scalped, and that's it. I didn't ride it to the downside. Donald trying to make the dollar cheap again to make debt restructuring easier. That doesn't happen unless we head down fast. You know, that's part of it. I need my pencil tool to draw, though. Oh, hold on. Dude, in this new computer, with the new hard drive, Windows won't even install. When I try to reinstall Windows, it fails, and I can't at all figure out what's going on there. I think I need to just rebuild a new computer. It's been 4 years. Time to rebuild anyways. Smash that like button, guys. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Okay. I'm trying to work out my schedule to head out to BDH and chill with Pat and the guys. He's tweeted about this competition he's doing. He wants to do trader face-offs and stuff. And he tweeted at me and Rips and a couple other people and was like, you guys need to come out. So I'm going to organize. I'm going to pick out one of my friends out there and maybe Rips, maybe somebody, and we'll go out to Florida and we'll do a little head-to-head battle. It's like a week-long trading thing. And it's, I don't remember what it is, but I think it's like you each get a $150,000 something account. You trade it for 5 days and the winner gets like 25 grand or something. That'd be really fun. Yeah. I definitely will do it. That sounds like a lot of fun. I like all those guys. They're all good sports. That'll be fun. I think Jade Cap is going out there this in May, I think. So I'll probably head out there after that. It'll be really fun. So on this new computer, Windows, it had a really faulty install in Windows, and I've tried to reinstall Windows 8 times and the installation fails. So my computer experts out there, which component does it sound like is failing? Windows is working fine, but the problem is every time I try to install a program, the program doesn't run. And it gives me a lot of Java errors, like I need to install Java packages and stuff. So I'm like, okay, Windows had a faulty installation, let me reinstall it. And then I reinstalled Windows, and every reinstallation has failed, so. I've already swapped out my RAM for other RAM, and it's still the same problem. I've already swapped out my hard drive, thinking my hard drive just has reached end of life, and it's, you know, easily corrupted, and the brand new hard drive, same problem. So what's left is CPU, motherboard, PSU. It's the up dog. You've used my code and some more than 5K. So we'll do a drawing every single month. And that drawing for a lifetime is going to be something we'll do probably at the end of the month. We'd like to see all different styles together. Oh, hell yeah. But the last thing I want to do is go out there in this kind of market. This is like coin flip market. I don't want to be out there and then sit on my hands and look like a schmuck. You know what I mean? I have to strategically plan when I go out there. Matt's sitting on his hands again. What is another irrational day? How boring. Let's turn the camera on someone else. Here's how it is. Update the BIOS firmware. I can do that. All of the failure points when the blue screen of death is like memory writing. It's trying to access memory or point to memory. So it could be something failing on the motherboard itself. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of times when the PSU starts to fail, you start to get weird artifacts and stuff. So what brand size PSU? Oh, I got top of the line. I get the Fantex like dual ATX CPU. I think it's like It's called the Revolt X. Oh, dude, I get this guy right here. It's a beast. It has, look, it has connectors for 2 different systems. So it's got ATX motherboard 1, ATX motherboard 2. So I use it to power, and again, like I said, it could be faulty, but it's been working very well for years, and it is a beast of a PSU. I mean, it's 1200 watts, powers 2 machines at once. That's nice, right? All it takes is one of the 6.2 connectors to start failing. Yeah, your voltages all get messed up, and yeah. So Matt's solution is I'll just go buy everything new and just start over. It's time for an upgrade anyways. I just told myself this was the last computer I was going to build with the water cooling system in it, because as fun as it is, I do like not having to fiddle with it. I need at least 5090 to trade to. Yeah, I know, right? Well, this computer that I'm on has a 5090, so it's actually really nice. This gaming laptop that I got is a monster. The 5090 is amazing. It is such a good machine. QQ EST trade? Yeah, so that's kind of the question we have right now. Are conditions better? Resilience is slightly better this time around. Maybe I'll try it just for funsies. Resilience is positive. QQUST, let's go. Let's tap it. Thanks for telling me that. It's always Simon that reminds me of the EST trades. Just trading from here to here. Positive res is good. Well, now it's coming back down. Shit. Well. Come on, let's get some movement on this. I grabbed this in 2 accounts. Just 2. Nothing crazy. I'll take it from zone to zone. Resilience failing one more time. Come on, resilience. Hang in there, baby. Hang in there, baby. It was okay. Moro did your job today. Tell me about the EST. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't die on us today. Resilience back. I was happy that resilience is positive, but the stocks are selling again. Could be a bad setup. As quickly as good as that seemed. Boo. Still hanging on to it though. But back down to 0. It gave me hope, and now it's giving me grief. Don't break my heart. Okay, I'm out. Fuck it. It's negative again. Alright. Typical OPEX morning. Yeah. So, I was excited to see a better charge of resilience once we got up here, but it didn't make it all the way to the top, so I closed out early. It's probably a good choice. Yeah. Second attempt was good, but it didn't hold. So now the pressure is from here back down to there. In this particular instance, the DD ratio less than half and resilience is less than 0. This is resistance off of this spot right there. Yeah, so it's going to pull back a little bit more. No long setup from here. This is short setup all the way to fill the gap. Again, one more time. Gap fill, resilience is deteriorating on S&P and Nasdaq. Nasdaq first. S&P's not doing so bad, though. One more test of the session lows, I think, is what we're going to get. And S&P's trying to break through monthly hedge pressure, which is interesting. But this is an IP, which is going to bounce around a lot more violently. So keep an eye out on the S&P today. Like, it's like pressing for good news or something. I don't know. I'm worried about this. That's the third attempt at MHP break. My call is it's still going to pull back and sell. But we'll see. This is giving me hopes of a bull breakout, but we'll see. That's kind of questionable. This is your typical OPEX for sure. There's some nasty candle there. I don't know what's happening, but it's pulling back like we thought. Matt is back. Matt's not dead. Good, good, good. Yep. My call was right. It's going to pull back, not a breakout. That's good. You're hitting the beach. I know, like everybody was worried about me yesterday. Y'all thought I finally got beaten up by the Russian mafia because I didn't pay off my business loan. You know how it goes. I got defaulted by the man. I heard I got kidnapped by aliens. I heard Matt has fallen and he can't get up. I've heard that iDoc gave me a black eye and therefore I was too embarrassed to get back on the stream. I heard a lot of fun tales. Now, while she did give me a black eye, I still did get kidnapped by aliens, you know. The market makers and the dealers kidnapped me. So my computer is now officially dead. So it's, yeah. I'm going to be having a fun next couple of days building a new machine. You heard I finally went to the YMCA and was dressed as a fireman? I went to the YMCA pool and laid out and swam. I had too much Arby's, got hospitalized by the constipation. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So today, it's a very strange toss-up day. We have two competing signals, right? You have below MHP. When you open below this orange line, you stay below the orange line 90% of the time under ideal conditions. It is trying to stay below here, but you have liquidity pockets trying to keep it above here. So it is a fight between the two. Now let's break the tie of both of that. Resilience is now deteriorating even further, which means more stocks and more market cap are filling their gap to the downside, which is why the Nasdaq is responding. The S&P is responding pretty violently here. Okay. Very little upside potential. We also know when the DD ratio is less than half, we reject the upper green band as just a normal thing that we look for. The big soap got me. They finally scrubbed scrubbed me from existence. Ah, Big Soap. You gotta watch out for those guys. Once you spill their secrets, they let you go. But yeah, so I'm thinking about sometime like mid-May or so, I'll head out to Florida and go chill with Pat for a week. And do that. We'll do one of his little contest thing that he's doing. That'd be fun. But I mean, I say that with a grain of salt. I'd like for the market to be, you know, not shit VIX like it is right now. The last thing I'm gonna do is go out there and then exercise, you know, my strategic restraint on the markets and just kind of be like the world's most boring trader. I kind of want to be there when the market's somewhat tradable or better tradable. I am on my laptop right now. Yeah, I'm on my new gaming laptop now that I kind of rigged up to be temp streaming. Can you guys at least hear the music? I didn't even ask y'all. I haven't even checked anything. There it is. Y'all need to hear the music, can you? Is it too loud? Hold on. Check, check. Check, check. Okay, hold on. Check, check. Okay, let me turn it down. Oh, you actually are hearing it through my microphone. Okay, yeah, I'm on my mobile setup right now. Is that better? Is that better? Am I in a lo-fi cafe? I know, that's the whole point. Am I in a lo-fi cafe? I know. Oh, I open up my own stream so I can hear the music. Yeah. I don't have my noise gates or anything installed on this machine yet. This is just raw microphone. What's this music called? Lo-fi. You can call it like lo-fi hip-hop or lo-fi beats. The echo even makes it more lo-fi. Yeah. I wrote this. I wrote these jams. I'm gonna write some more. I wrote them with an AI machine. The SP5T1, I'm not. What is that? It's the echo. Oh, my bad. It's actually the speakers are. What I'm gonna do is just let you guys hear it through the microphone. The microphone's picking up the speakers that are right next to it. As excited as I am to get new computer stuff, I'm not excited to have a day of building stuff. Chopping around downtown. Okay, I'll look into it. I do the monkey song, yeah. I should do the monkey paw song. I think today would be a good day to maybe do it, because we need to expire in a good spot. Let's take a look at like Nvidia and some of the other stocks. Let's see if they're worth saving today. Nvidia is just, oh my god. Die Nvidia. Sad news. Let's do some more stuff. Exxon's doing good. Goldman doing good. Boeing doing all right. Amazon doing not good. So people are being just picky on what they're buying in this environment. Ooh, we hit 20,000 subs on YouTube. Thank you guys for subbing to the channel. Don't forget, every time you sub, an angel gets its keys to a Harley. I think that's appropriate. So if you weren't here earlier for the explanation of the Harley keys, we exhausted our avenue of trying to figure out who these keys belong to. And the answer is nobody claimed them. And we called everybody that's been in this house. My last thought is we stole them on accident. And they ended up in our bag or our pockets, or maybe at the yoga studio or the gym. Somebody was like, oh, there's my Crocs. Let me throw my keys in there. And then we just habitually grabbed it. And it ended up migrating to our home because somebody that would come to our home would realize they couldn't get far away from it without their keys. So the logical solution was either A, a worker came over in their work truck and left their personal keys here. Okay. Or we stole somebody's keys, which is probably the right answer. And they probably got stranded at the gym that night. So I'm going to call all the gyms we go to and be like, hey, did somebody like lose their keys? Because we found some. We go to like 3 different gyms, so I'm going to figure out. I actually took them at the Swingers event. True. You know, you do take a lot of souvenirs home from the Swinger events. I always leave with a pocket full of stuff. Today's been a very challenging opening session. I've gotten lucky. I won all my trades except for one. I closed out on that early long that I took with that little $200 loss. But I ended up doing pretty okay with everything else. Just scalping this. Oh, I didn't update my picture here. Sorry. I'm in no more trades. I'm chilling and waiting on this. So that's the tally today. That's including the loss I took on that one time I tried to long it as well. That was, I think, in this account. I'm just chilling. I've mirrored the trades. Each time I did a trade, I was in just like two of the accounts at once, and I just kind of staggered through them until I put profit in all of them. So that's about 5 grand, maybe 6 grand, something like that. The short is the right trade today. Everything's lining up to be worse. I don't think that you're in a bad spot. The attempted long I did take on the liquidity pocket was here. Then I got out of the way quick. And then I mostly have shorted off of MHP today multiple times. And that's where I got most of this from. MRES is less than 0. We're in illiquidity pockets. We've got monthly liquidity maps pointing down. We've got DD ratio less than half. We've got resilience getting worse. So everything is, you know, pointing to the downside again, which is good. But again, it's monthly expiration. Anything can happen. So I'm not shorting this to crash the market out, but I am taking a lot of juicy short scalps as they appear. And I think I've milked as much of this MHP short as I can. So now I'm kind of chilling and waiting for conditions to change. To see if maybe midday I can get like a good squeeze or something. And I also want to be on the sidelines because I'm going to tell you guys, as I've learned in Trump's environment, the last thing you want to do is be in a trade that lasts for 2 or 3 hours. I'm telling you, there's a reason you've never seen me tweet one time. I busted all my accounts, guys. Part of it is the luck I get from not being in the market that much. I'm in and out, in and out, in and out. I've avoided almost every one of Trump's tweets. The other day, I accidentally got a win on one of them and I closed out on some Trump news event. It was like maybe 3 days ago. And I just closed out. I was like, I'm done. So, juice in the EST. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's it, Benny. That's the way to go. In and out. Hello, goodbye. That's it. So you want to kind of like not be in the market for that long in day trading, because what's going to happen is some news is going to come out and then blip, you're done. So about mental stops. Well, I know that a stop loss, I'm only going to run about one risk interval, and then I'm going to basically pull the plug anyways. So worst, I'll lose a risk interval, and I'm never positioned enough that a risk interval does too much to the account. My position sizes are never big enough. One contract on, you know, NASDAQ could be like a $4,000 loss. But you're right. Anytime I'm in a big 2 or 3, that can hit me pretty hard on a bad Trump tweet. Even a stop won't give you a good exit, because the market order in a flurry like that won't even get filled where your stop is. You're going to feel much worse most of the time anyways. Oh man, so I'm sorry for the low turnout today. Probably because my fault, because I died yesterday. I think about 100 people decided I died and didn't want to come back. See, you can't ever take a day off of streaming. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stream tomorrow. You guys may not be here. You may not care about the market. I'm going to stream an educational session tomorrow. For fun. Rip Matt. Took an early 4-day weekend, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be putting up Easter decorations. I don't have any. That'd be fun though. You know, our yard is like, we have a nice backyard. Our front yard is enough to put up a decoration. One decoration. You know, city townhomes, you don't get much of a front yard. It was beautiful. Landscape of flower garden. So the front yard is mostly used for a flower garden. We don't, but there's enough patch of land to put one inflatable Easter bunny. I think I could do that. Maybe I'm just Matt's evil twin. I am Matt's nicer twin. The one that streams normally is the evil twin. I'm the good one. So the question I have is going to the store. I always do this. I'm going to buy everything, including a PSU. Then I'm going to come home with all the parts and put stuff together. And then reverse engineer what the problem was. And then take back to the store what I don't open. That's a good strategy. I just don't want to go spend another $4,000 on a computer. I just bought a computer for $5,000, $4,000. But I can't have the stream dying every other day. Stopped out 80% win rate last night this morning. Rocket Scooter. Rocket Scooter is the best. Hey, good job. Can I give a short lesson on VIX stuff? I think the next bootcamp class is the VIX stuff, actually. Get more thermal paste. Yep. Actually, am out of thermal paste. What's weird is that the new CPU, the chip is not in the, like, it's not square shaped. It's rectangular shaped. So I need a new strategy for applying thermal paste, because normally when they were square shaped, you would just put a big dot in the middle and then you would press down in the middle. It would create a circle. But now with them being oblong shaped, I don't know what I should do, because in reality, you should draw a line across the long side of the chip A dot is still fine. Are you sure? 2 dots. Yeah, maybe 2 dots. An X and 1 dot between each gap. K-Spec is like slathering his chip over there. Yeah, I used to put just a single toothpaste dot in the middle. But now what that'll do is it'll cover it wider, and then there's going to be spaces at the top. So yeah, maybe 2 dots. That's right, 2 dots does make sense. 3 dots. Yeah. As long as there's no air in the middle. That's right. Right. You don't need full coverage of the surface part of the metal because the metal is going to conduct heat towards the contact fluid anyways. Or the paste. The non-liquids you can use more than you think. Yeah, you can. Just spread and smush it out. Yeah. The problem with spreading it out manually rather than torquing your cooler into, because normally what you do is if you spread it out manually, you might whip air into it, just like folding like, you know, whipped cream over. So I used to spread it with a credit card, and then I realized that that's the least, because there's no air bubbles in the tube, and you want it to come exactly as out the tube as a dot, and then you want to press it straight down, and it just smears with no air. Because what I think Simon said, whoever said, you don't want air bubbles in the middle of it. The air bubbles will cause it to heat unevenly, and the paste will crack, and it's like where the problems come from. With the liquid metal, you can't show anything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just need a little tiny bit. Smearing is the best on the new ones. I think that might be true because the new ones aren't square shaped. That's why people are saying that, I think. The clear plastic thingy? Yeah. They give you a little spatula now. I don't have to use my Chase Sapphire card anymore. The drop is coming from here. Yeah, we are at lower IPs, and the market has filled the gap. Resiliences are a little less. I'm just going to chill on this and wait to see if any good news comes out. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So I'm going to have to, I'll probably just get, because I'm not going to be doing any major gaming on this big computer. I might just get like 2 4070s or something. Maybe save a little money. Because I know they don't have, if they have 4080 Ti's, that's completely overkill. I got to get 2 graphics cards anyways, because I got 6 monitors, or 7 screens. So what do you guys think about the 4070s? Like, I'm trying to get like $500 a card or something. And they're literally going to be powering monitors. I won't be gaming on that computer anymore. Get a Mac Studio. I don't like Mac. I don't like Macs though. So since I'm forced to buy new graphics cards. I have 3080 Ti's, so I'm still gonna probably use them when I rebuild my water cooling machine, and maybe return the old cards. I don't know if they have like a 30-day return. I might just use the old cards temporarily. Because I can't use my TIs because they're water cooled, and I have to basically disassemble the water cooling loop because I don't have a cooling block for the new CPU. I ordered one, but it doesn't come in for like 2 weeks. Hard to maintain? Not really. It's hard to build if you're doing it from scratch. It's not hard to build. It's fun to build if you like it. Bending the tubing and laying it out and drawing it out and having fun with it. Once you put it in there, it's not hard to maintain. The coolants these days are pretty good. It used to be hard to maintain because you had to kind of like concoct your own mixture. So most people would use like deionized water and put like a little bit of water wetter in it, which is a chemical that you can put in that increases the viscosity. and therefore the heat transfer is better. And then we'd add like a little bit of antimicrobial. I had some I think it was copper sulfate. So I had like this little vial of poison, and I put like 3 or 4 drops in the water. So I mixed my own coolant. So that kills the algae. And if you don't do that, back in the day, people would use like just straight glycol. The old enthusiasts would. And if you didn't actually put antimicrobial in there, you would get what I called snot strings. And a long time ago, I disassembled one of my cooling blocks. And before my first water cooling build I ever did. And there was like a giant booger ball of slime that I grabbed at the tweezers and I pulled for like 2 feet of just a long, it was like kelp, dude. Just a long green string of algae that had been living inside of that, feeding off of the glycol, the sugar. So these days, you just buy the coolant and it's already pre-mixed with all that good stuff. So you don't really have to do anything other than replace your coolant probably maybe every 6 to 9 months, give or take how hot your computer gets. And you'll know you need to replace your coolant because if you have a coolant with any kind of color in it, it'll start to get clear as the heat breaks down the compounds and evaporates some of the liquid. And you have to just kind of like empty it all out and then refill it back up. But that's about it. Market dropping today. Yeah, the short side was a good call today. Will car coolant work? You're lazy. I wouldn't use pure car coolant like glycol just because it's not necessary. You can buy DI water from a grocery store for like 50 cents a gallon and just use straight DI water. As long as it doesn't touch anything, it should be sterilized and you should be good. But if you want, you can order on Google like antimicrobial copper solution and for like $1 or $2, and then just mix that with the straight water. It's really all you need. But it has to be DI water, deionized, not distilled or not. Fully, like they use like reverse osmosis and things to remove the ions completely. You want your water to be completely non-conductive, which DI water is great because people build computers inside of fish tanks and submerge their components inside of it completely underwater, freely swimming around in the water, and it works perfectly fine with just straight up water. You just don't want mold or algae to grow inside of it, so don't touch anything with your hands. Don't touch the inside of the tubing. Don't put any germs in there. A couple drops of just any kind of antimicrobial solution will just basically kill anything that was in there. And if you're using any kind of water, you must make sure that all your metal components inside of the system are of the same type of metal. So you don't want like copper on one side and nickel on the other side. 2 different metals will cause conductivity inside the fluid because the ions will be you have different action potentials of the different ions. You'll basically create a junction. So you'll create conductivity inside of your fluid, which is good, not good. You'll erode one of the sides and it's just like powdered water. Just add water. Exactly. Downside markets today, I'm pretty good. I'm at like 5 grand today. I'm okay with that. The R&R is not good. Downside trade to bottom LP, I would have closed out. So this was a nice, easy scalp that somebody probably had gotten. Trading down to there is great. Great setup. The R&R is good to the upside off the ESC trade. I'll take one long setup off the EST. Why not? R&R's pretty decent on that. So I'm just scalping from here to here if I can get it. Resilience took a bump up, which means a couple of the stocks started moving. So we might get a quickie little run. 10 points S&P. I'll maybe take a stab at it just with one. Since resilience took an uptick, some stocks might be moving a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. EST from here to here. Always a good setup. Get something out of that, hopefully. That's the problem, though. With the DD ratio less than half, this is even less probable to happen, but I still like to try to take it. EST, EST. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tap it tiny, though. Just a retrace. Just 40 points on the Nasdaq. Just 10 points on the S&P. Don't squeeze me. Don't squeeze me, man. Oh, God. Nasdaq doesn't even have a spot to bounce off of. Save a SPY. Save us. Save a SPY, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. Let's hit that. Test that pocket out. Give me something. Give me a little bit. No. No. $5.24 stop. I'll be out of that one. No. Come on, SPY. Come on, baby. Do any of our stocks have a balance points? Yeah, Nvidia's got an LP. That's good. Save us, Nvidia. Save this market. Come on, get that LP bounce. It looks good. Looks good. But all the damn indicators don't look good. Come on, Nvidia. Just systematic pressing lower. Even against upticking in the stock. So that's kind of an interesting little squeeze there. You have an uptick in a lot of the big tech. Index is lagging behind just a little bit. Maybe a little stop sweep there. Google's pushing lower. Oh, that's probably why too. Let's take a look at Nvid. Come on, Nvid. Give us a little bit of a bounce there, baby. Give us some love. EST, EST, every single time. Okay, EST, EST. Every single time. Okay, got close to my stop. 524 was it. Lame. Are you guys getting plans this weekend? Anybody do anything? Y'all get out of town? Family going out? What y'all up to? There we go. Give it to me, baby. Come on, baby. EST, EST, every single time. Okay. EST, EST, every single time. Okay. Your in-laws are coming? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? For most people, that's a mixed thing. So for some people, that's a good thing. For some people, that's a bad thing. EST, EST, every single time. Okay. EST, EST, every single time. Okay. But resilience is negative, so I can only really trade to the interrupt at the top of the box. Damn it. It's pretty good maybe to hold a little further. Reverse is coming. Watch, watch. Wait, Gamma, which way are we reversing? Do you guys like it? The EST, EST, every single time. Okay, let's watch NVIDIA and its uptick, though. Let's take a look at what's going on here. NVIDIA bouncing bear zone top. Good stuff, baby. NVIDIA full liquidity pocket. You might be right on this, man. This might be a reversal on NVIDIA. Let's show ourselves a little bit of a thingy right here. Reverse to 3NQ long. $25. $60. $80. Yeah. Did we have an impact line yesterday? Hold up. I don't even have Thinkorswim installed on this computer yet, so we need to make sure we got all this set up here. Oh, little impact line here. Did we get all close to that? Yeah, we already broke through all that. All that mess. Reversal here. EST, guys. Every single time. I've been lucky today. I pretty much won almost all my trades with like one of them. That would be to the tippy top. Exhaust that candle right at the top of the box here. Yeah, we bumped up. Take it, take it, take it. There it is. Right there to the pocket. Good deal. Oh, let me close these. Hold on. All right, that's good. More monies. Yeah. Got it. Thanks for the tutorial, Simping Tool. Appreciate you. Grab that in 3 of the accounts. Just a fun little scalping day here. Can we like put this here? There you go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Is that enough to buy a computer with? Just the scalp. I just took the scalp. I'm not betting on big reversals here. I'm just in and out. I don't want to be in the trade. Trump news, tweet, whatever. 5. That's up. Now I'm up $6,000 today. That's good. Just scalping a living. That's not enough for a computer. Captain Wolf was like, nope, not the kind of computer we want. I just traded to the interrupt here. Resilience is still negative and not ticking higher, so I'm very like uneager to hold it all the way even through the full pocket. $335 to $378. Oh, you're going right back up to yeah. I get you. So roughly where half gap is. Not a bad spot. Hey, yo, Matt, did you get your like account and everything set up? I have a contact at Take Profit now that I go directly to them and they can turn it over within a day. So hopefully you guys got your accounts. With your pinning one with TPT, yeah. Let me, Jay, send me your email one more time, and then I'll send it to that contact. Because I sent him everybody that I thought didn't have theirs, and I thought you had yours. But yeah, send me your email one more time. I was misinformed at TPT. Somebody told me to go through customer service, but I found out that there's a better contact. Oh, let me respond to Patty. Going down. I know it's like such a hard, but the thing is also expiration. And we do have a stronger, greater market still that likely can see some shorts get squeezed out into expiration. I wouldn't be surprised if expiration did something against all the odds. Now, the odds are things are going down. This is down. This is down. S&P is still good, though, while Nasdaq is bad as far as resilience. Everything else is pretty much negative with the exception of the longer scale monthly maps, which were deteriorating but still positive. If you were to put a gun in my head, I would obviously take the short side because it is the better side to be on. However, the R&R I think is bad on the short side because we have a lot of technical support down here. I'd rather not join in on the obvious trade into monthly expiration. I'd rather take the chance that it is more like a consolidation day as we're going to squeeze out both sides, I feel. And basically just reward nobody who bought big puts and calls into this expiration, right? The R&R is better to the upside while the conditions point to the downside. Yeah, like I'll be shorting back up at MHP again for sure. Yeah, 100%. Same thing I've been doing. I've squeezed enough juice out of this easy market today. This was such a simple setup. Hopefully you guys had some fun with it. Longs and shorts are paying out. Both of them are playing. I shorted from there to there a couple times. People could long from there to there a couple times. Short from there to there. Long from the EST. So there was tons of longs, tons of shorts. You basically were handed. And I tell you guys, when you're going to get sometimes beautiful setups where you're just handed trades, you just bounce between selling and longing and selling and longing and selling like all day long. This is like $6,000 just playing a 10-point range. It's really nice. So sometimes you'll get lucky. You get trapped in liquidity pockets or trapped between like two hedge pressures. You can just scalp that as much as you want. Made 540 in your XFA. Let's go, Mo. That's what I like to hear. I've just been rotating accounts. I've never been long in all 5 accounts at once. I've been doing 2 accounts and 3 accounts at the most, 2 accounts, and scraping together this $6,000 like $500 to $600 at a time. Basically it. And in days like this, you can do that. Instead of trying to figure out the direction, just play the pivots, right? I think we hit Gamma's target. That might have been the high right up here. 69. Somewhere in here is where that resistance is. I think we could maybe take another leg up, but I'm not taking the bet. The odds are really small. Resilience is good on the S&P. It's not good on the NASDAQ. So we're getting a fight. The R&R is better to the upside, though. I don't think there's much downside pressure from here unless NVIDIA and other companies start losing these key pivots, which I don't really think they will. But we'll see. We'll have about an hour of NVIDIA trading down here to lose it, so we'll see what happens. Strong support at the top of a bear zone is always really good. Liquidity pockets are always good for buffer getting selling. Ugh. Okay, so I need to buy a couple graphics cards today. What should I get, guys? And don't say 5090s because I'm not going to be building a gaming machine, but I need 2 identical graphics cards made at the same factory from the same time. So I got to go to the store and find 2 of them that are side by side and then check all the serial numbers and make sure that they're made at the same place and then the same week. That way they behave exactly the same. Normally, I order 2 graphics cards from the manufacturer. I don't trust the store. I don't want to buy something manufactured 2 weeks after the other one. You literally want the same die, the same everything from the same batch. But, and again, I have a 5090 on this machine. It's my gaming 4K rig, whatever. The other machine is going to just be doing trading in the stream. I'm going to literally just reduce it to where it's just a stream machine that never fails. Do I need 5080s? That's the question. I'm not going to be doing much gaming on that machine anymore. Great work, Mo. By the way, trying to get your second payout was a week ago. 2 years of trading futures. Lots of lessons learned. Biggest one was to be patient and disciplined. Can't afford to beat myself. Hey, you finally got your first payout after a couple years due. That's impressive. Hopefully you keep that streak going, man. And I'm glad you're tuning into the stream and maybe we can drop some wisdom your way and give you that peace of mind to learn to have patience and stuff. That's all. Really, trading is all about mastering the art of being patient. Being a sniper, like waiting for what you want and getting it, right? On trading, the 3060 Ti's are perfect. I know, like I have these 3080 Ti's that I might just keep. But the problem is I don't have the stock coolants on them, the stock coolers, the fans. I threw them away. And I have my cooling blocks on it, but I don't really have, well, oh, you know what I can do? I can just have my cooling loop be on my GPUs. And then my CPU until I get my other cooling block in, I can just pipe off or block off the tubes there and then remove the CPU from the cooling loop and buy a temp CPU cooler. That way I only have to go buy a cooler. Oh, I'm smart sometimes. Then I don't have to buy new graphics cards. I basically have 2 weeks until my GP block comes in. I got the new Velocity 3, which also is going to be backward compatible with all the other dies. Like it's so crazy. Like, all the different, the socket size is different. But the Velocity 3, oh my god, the Velocity 2. EK is like the sexiest water block ever. The Velocity 2 was cool. That's the one I have now. I had the Velocity 2, which kind of looks like this. I had the acetal one. Here. And it has like LED around the side, which is really nice. But this time I ordered the white one, because the white one, the whole thing will be lit up, which would be kind of neat. None of my computer's white, so I ordered a white one anyways to see if I like it. Hormozy came out with a video talking about patience and keeping yourself occupied while waiting for something. Yeah, that's why, like, in my trading room, I always have a gaming machine, because I'll be sitting here playing, like, Elden Ring or something, and just staring out of the corner of my eye waiting for my setups. If you're just staring at your trading screen, you're going to be looking for trades because you're bored or because you're antsy. You got to have something that you do. Put a TV in your office, put a guitar in your office, put a yoga mat in your office. I don't know, whatever you like to do, and do it. Play games. Do something to not be staring at your trading screen all day. Know where your levels are. I know my trade plan in a minute, and I'll just wait all day for it. 100%. 100%. You're not trying too hard to do something. Share gets 200 chasing price. Like, I don't know, they get to chase zombies around. Get you Call of Duty or something. Honestly, unless you're doing serious overclocking, then AI or even air cooler is fine, depending on what gen intel you're using. The only reason I don't do air cooling is because I like the silence. I don't do water cooling for the heat reduction capacity. I do it for the absolute silence in the studio. I'm a big fan of it being quiet. And it is quiet. I have low RPM, high CFM fans, and they do a fantastic bang-up job. Yeah, a Nox would be good. You like the turbo sounds? You love massively single-player online role-playing games? The single-player version? Putting down that wattage. Wait, update my chair? I have a really nice chair. I have a Herman Miller. My chair is awesome. What is friends? People grouping up with strangers? That sounds weird. I see alerts on MHP and HP while you feed cows, run the tractor, or trade. Dude, that's awesome, Foxhole. I love it. Pulling his tractor over. He's like, wait, I got an alert. Pulling out his phone. hopping on Trade-Evate and then getting back to it. That's incredible. Set your alarm and go about your day. Yeah, I do that all the time. That's all I do. Set my alarm, go about my day. Bum, 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 bum. It looks like it wasn't good on your Well, I used to have a bad chair, and then everyone made fun of me one day because I had a really bad chair. I used to just buy a cheap office chair. And Tradesman was in my stream that day, and he was like, then he calls me and he's like, dude, you got to get this chair that I got. And he sent it to me and he sent me all the specs. And he's like, you got to buy this chair. It's like $3,000, but it's worth it. It's like, okay. So a couple years back, I did have the world's worst, $50 chair kind of thing. I had basically like a chair that you would put at a folding table at an office Christmas party. Like, it doesn't even fold up. It's just a chair with some padding. And I put a memory foam back piece on it. I liked it because it was just minimalistic and I could swing my arms around. And I had all the space. I had any space for a big bulky chair. Then I was like, okay, now I'm just going to get the good chair. Secret Lab is much cheaper and amazing. I do like Secret Lab. I have a Secret Lab desk. I have the Magnus, whatever it's called. The Magnus Pro. It's nice. It's like the best desk, period, that you could ever buy. There's no better desk for anything. Gaming, streaming, trading, whatever. It's as perfect as a desk can get. It doesn't have drawers or anything, but if you need a table that raise and lower, hide your cables. So, no boot camp today because I don't have my stuff set up for it. The hard drive that has all my materials on it is on the other computer, so. $50 chair with the $5,000 PC. It used to be a $50 chair. It was the Office Max standard issue, metal framed chair. Is Herman Miller worth it? So the Herman Miller chair is just like, it feels like any of those other good office chairs that you can get. But the thing is that I've had mine for like 4 years now. And it is sturdy. I mean, there's no wear and tear. Normally what you'll see with office chairs, especially cheap ones, especially if they're pleather on the arms, is that your arm sweat from like leaning on it starts to like wear off and it just starts to get grungy. This chair is as new as the day I bought it. So I think it's worth it because the construction is good. And it has lasted, and I could sell it brand new. There's no scratches, no dings, no wear and tear. The back is not stretched. The material is in perfect shape. So it's actually one of the ones I would vouch for, not just being a, yeah, I can afford it, I got it purchase. There's other types of those like springy back cloth, I don't know what they call it, like whatever material it is, kind of chairs. But this feels like you're sitting on a fucking trampoline. It's like that kind of material. And it's good. And it hasn't like stretched or worn out or anything. My computer died, man. No face, no camera. Nothing. We did get 500 viewers today, so no giveaway, unfortunately. Most of the people are out of town. That's okay. We'll resume the giveaway tomorrow. Or Monday. Hoping everything's back. We got to get the 500 again. At least today. They're all closed until Sunday after today. Yeah, futures markets. Wait, well, no, futures markets. Are they open? No, they're closed as well, I think. They're open until... Let me check the CME schedule. I forgot that future schedule. Hold on. But equities markets, yeah, they're closed. Let's look today. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it looks like it's fully closed. So today with equities, yeah, there is no half day or anything. So we close today and then we don't open until Sunday. Yeah, so fully closed. No futures tonight. No anything tonight. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to stream you guys. I'm going to do like... Hopefully I get my new computer built and I can stream from the new computer. If not, I'll do it from my laptop again. But I'm going to do an educational stream like I did on New Year's Day. If you guys are bored and want to stick around, I'll go through a deep dive on everything. Yeah, for fun. Victor was going to do a giveaway. That's too funny. Yeah, I just, you know, iDoc gave me such a big punch in the eye. The bruise is just too big. I don't want you guys to see it. So no camera for like 3 weeks. We need an Elden Ring stream. I'm only level 50. I just started playing, so I've gotten to the point where everything doesn't kill me now, which is good. I didn't play the base game. This is my first time playing the base game, so I got a long journey ahead of me because I haven't even... I'm like a collect all the things kind of player. So I'm gonna spend my time with it. And then after I beat the game, then I have the huge freaking DLC to play. Which is like a whole nother game. But I'm actually digging it. I've never played any of the Dark Souls games or the Soulsborne games ever. A little bit of movement there. I like what I see. Stopped at 368. So this is good right here. We're pressing liquidity pockets on NVIDIA, hitting its good support. I like to see us... Like, this is what I'm saying. The R&R, the upside is pretty good. That's why I'm not shorting this further. NVIDIA hits the support. Some of the stocks are ticking up, and then index is going to be really sensitive to that, especially with NVIDIA. Because it is the reason we did start selling last couple days. There is no... long pivot from here, though. QQQ is still kind of in no man's land. The R&R is pretty decent for upside moves, but we still have resistance from here. As it's going to press here, the question is, where does it go from here? Up or down? And again, I still have good visibility of this. Our bull-bear bias indicator is still bearish from here. Monthly res is still negative from here, but the S&P is starting to tick up pretty good. So there's some kind of gamma squeezing on S&P. So we get some MHP breakup to the upside. Let's look for it on the scanner. Who is giving us some movement today, baby? Who doing it? Which one of you is it? Bank of America? CVS, Nike, Disney? What? A lot of stocks are getting squeezed in. Okay, this is something to look at. So while NVIDIA is bringing things down, we're getting MHP break across the board in a lot of things. CVS, Nike, Halliburton? Okay, this market's going to probably rally in the close. I didn't really realize how diversified the MHP breaks are. Bank of America, there's a lot of short squeezing in the close. Tech is just the thing keeping us rallying big hard today. But look at this. SoFi, Snap, Disney, Halliburton, Johnson & Johnson, Kroger, GameStop even, Adobe, ConocoPhillips, Target, PayPal, Chewy, Airbnb, CVNA, okay, Etsy. So you have like a good diversified win, even casinos. Okay, so like, look, with a lot of the stocks in monthly hedge pressure breaks, because we're starting to see the S&P MHP resilience tick up. That's why I'm looking at this. A lot of stocks that have been pressed are now getting squeezed in the close of the month. That's interesting to see. Trump's truth post today should not be seen as a threat to firepower. He used to do stuff like, they used to kind of threaten each other subtly back in the day too. Luxury brands, no, I haven't. That's interesting to see. There's a lot of stocks. A good number of them. 70 of them breaking MHP in the close. Let's keep this up here. I want to see how this number changes as this orange line gets more prominently bullish. The S&P itself is starting to not look too terrible, actually. So that begs the question, should I take a gamble that that is what we do? EST trade, betting on hedge break on S&P. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. All right, I'll take the liquidity pocket long to bet on the improving condition. So if I get the dip, I'll buy the long. And if it goes to there, I'll hold through the IP all the way to the top. It's always based on the next available monthly expiration, which is today. Give me a nasty red candle like I'm long on. For technical difficulties, we haven't got the stream numbers up today. My bad on this, but we'll do the giveaways resuming on Monday. S&P resilience is positive, which is good. Supporting the top of the box is good. I like it. 76 stocks now breaking monthly hedge pressure. Oh, we're going to probably squeeze in the close. How about that? Shit. Do I? I know it's like the R&R is terrible on this, but man. Betting on MHP break could be good. Let me do it from the liquidity pocket, though. So what I'm seeing, guys, is that conditions are improving. MHP is improving. We have more stocks breaking MHP to the upside. This might end up here today. Nvidia catching a bid. All right, yeah, my call is up from here. Giveaway to the loyal fans here. Well, I don't have anything to do the giveaway with either. I don't have anything installed on or set up on this computer yet. I'm on my laptop. So I had to emergency throw my laptop together. I don't even have the bot set up to do the spinning wheel. I couldn't even do it if I wanted to. How about I do it twice on Monday for the loyal people? I don't have the song. I don't have my sunglasses. I don't have anything. Nothing. How can we do the giveaway without the song? I don't have the I don't have it on this computer. I'm broke. My computer's broke. Do I want to bet on MHP long? Shit. In an IP as well from here to here. It's 2-to-1 setup. Let me be, since the market's volatile, if there's a pivot, it will go there. So let me let it go there. Let me let it go to my pivot. Let me not be too eager here. Let me let it go to my pivot. Dude, it is looking clean there. Actually, top of the box might be an entry point. Let me, do I just want to jump in on this? I am kind of loving the setup. Stream on Twitch, building your PC. How will I stream? While building my PC. I guess I could stream with my phone. Long at top of box. Long at LP. Conditions are certainly improving. Let's just do long at top of box and then I'll double here. I'm going to bet on improving conditions and a rallying to close. Everybody see what I'm seeing right here? Resilience is improving. Monthly res is improving. I got the scanner to show 85 tickers have now broken MHP to the upside. We might get a squeeze in the close. So let's see. I'll put a position right here. You guys like to call this like inverse head and shoulders or whatever. Whatever you kids like to call it. This is certainly good reversal potential. Unless things nosedive. I'm counting the number of tickers bottom left of my screen, and I have monthly hedge pressure break to the upside 85. It was 60 earlier. And we can see the slow growing of this. So essentially, while tech is kind of shitting the bed today, not everything's shitting the bed. As a matter of fact, everything is being bought up today. Everything that was bearish is getting bought up to be bullish, even from here. And the index is catching up to that. Somebody just started covering a whole lot of things into close. No trades yet? Yeah, no, I'm right here. I'm up like 6,000 bucks. That'd be kind of nice. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go up to here, here to here. Let's break it. I told you, look at this. Reading the market like a fucking book. Ow. 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 Come on, baby. Conditions are improving. 91 tickers now breaking MHP. MHP resilience now crawling to positive. So do you guys that have come to the boot camp, do you see how I did this, right? I didn't know what the market's going to do, and I waited for conditions to see if they got better, and then I took a stab. Patience pays, y'all. Patience be paying. I grabbed it in 2 accounts. You guys smell what I'm stepping in? You know what I'm saying? You get it? Where's my next pivot? A liquidity pocket. It'll be blue. Wow, all the way to blue. Okay, let me make sure the QQ doesn't interrupt here. Hold on. Okay. Oh shit, QQ half gap isn't interrupt. Damn it. Resilience is less than 0, so QQ says resistance pressure there. And we need QQ to start catching a bid. Yeah, let the price action come to you when it makes sense. VIX is in a really good spot today. I don't have my VIX futures open, but are we below triple B still, Josh? Are we still good on that? I'm assuming we're. Check your Discord for the Tuesday giveaway, Luca. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I'm still like, my computer's in pieces, like, or it was in pieces, and I'm basically trying to rebuild. I totally get you guys covered as soon as I can. I got my laptop, everything set up now. I can hook y'all up, but I'm gonna be busy building my machine probably all day today. But I owe you guys for the delay. My bad on that. All right, let's see if we can get improving conditions. Come on, baby. Let the price section come to you. Now, I could be wrong on this, but market's still going to try to sell, but we're going to see 92 tickers now breaking MHP to the upside. Market breaks through and is going to test, and we'll see what happens when it tests. If it fails, then it just fails, but we'll see. 528 to 530 is a pretty decent trade setup, I'd say. Nasdaq not giving any love, though. There is no resistance here yet. Come on, baby. This is the place I wanted to be at. SPY in decline with improving conditions. This is a long entry to take. Off liquidity pocket, I'll still take it. Let's see, Nasdaq is also somewhat improving. I'm not going to be faked out by this. Let me let it drop one more time to here. Give me a little bit more red. Nasdaq half gap is resistance today, so that's what we're seeing right now. Is the tech is still not picking up some movement. So while the S&P is moving fine and dandy, Nasdaq is not yet. I saw one contract on it here. I'm only long in one account now. S&P ticking up even harder. Nasdaq's going to be the last one to catch up, I feel. I think we're good. I think we're good. Nasdaq is still negative resilience, though. All right, I'm longing again in my Nasdaq and another account. I'm keeping one contract on S&P. I longed one Nasdaq just right here on the retrace. Just for good R&R. At the gap fill. Nasdaq is behind, but I'm betting on improving conditions. So I'm not betting on the conditions I see. I'm betting on the conditions improving into mechanically improving into close. But we'll see. Ow. We now have 92 tickers that have broken through MHP to the upside. Oh, I just take a screenshot of it because it's just a picture of my Tradeify screenshot. So this is the I every time I close out my trades, I update the picture. I just take a screen cap of my thing. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Conditions improve a little bit. Maybe so. Maybe so. A couple of short squeeze pops there. But not picking up any momentum, especially this retracer here, kind of makes me feel like more downside. But conditions are improving in the S&P. I am taking a little bit of faith in that. I think I need to trap some bears really quick. All your candlestick theorists are going to see this, and it looks like appetizing to short. I wonder if that's going to trap some people. See if we can't get something tasty right here. So typically, every time I flat out my positions, I'll just update my P&L for you guys to see it. This is the same 5 Tradeify accounts I've been babysitting. And then at the end of the stream, I usually just show you guys the performance reports. And every month, I tweet them daily, and then I tweet the monthly statement at the end of the month so everybody can see what the total performance was. I'm trading like 76% right now, which is good. My win rate's really good right now. I have been like absolutely killing it win rate wise. I've been lucky though. Dare I? EST? Add one more to this one contract, this one setup. Yeah, my cost base is right at 22. Conditions are improving on the S&P, so liquidity pocket. Nvidia just taking another nosedive here. That was unexpected. Well, SPY's out half gap, which should hold too. And if this just falls through that, then I'm just going to close out and be done. Should hold here. Half gap support. Liquidity pocket support. We should be okay. Come on, S&P. You tap the red line there. Here we go. Come on, man. SPY declining volume with pivot concerns for longs. Here, I would say that the idea is that SPY still is approaching its gap fill because the resilience is good. Now we're making sure that this isn't ticking down too hard. But the conditions are somewhat improving, which is good. I like what I see. I do like what I see. Back into the promised land here. Liquidity pocket every single time. Add to my position, double down. Back again at the interrupt, the top of the box. Pretty alright. I didn't like the draw I took on that trade either. I bought here, then I added one more here. So that's okay. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, an S&P hanging there. My cost basis is good, right at 53.22. That's kind of right here in the middle. So we'll see if I'm right. Conditions are starting to deteriorate a little bit further, which I don't like. I'm already up significant in this account anyways. I just closed out my NASDAQ right here, just on the scalp. So basically I bought the S&P here, then we fell to there, and then I bought NASDAQ at the same spot, and then when we trace up to the gap fill, I scalped the NASDAQ for another, like, I don't know, $1,000. So you guys see how I'm playing the different accounts. I long in one, long in another sort of thing. I'm playing the range in multiple accounts, and that's how I kind of go. I mean, I'm only trading in one account right now. So I use the 5 different accounts just to spread the risk out. Choppy market, that's okay. Hold drawdown in one, get a win in the other. If I bust one account, I bust one account. You know, the idea is that never putting all of my eggs in one basket. See if we can get some blasts or something. Be kind of nice. Looking good today. I know, right? I say, right, you know, IDOC gets really angry at me sometimes. She punched me in the eye, and I got a bit black eye, so I gotta turn the camera off. I ate the last of her flaming hot Lay's tortilla chips. She was mad. I'll never do it again. Oh, what am I gonna say? I'll do it again. I love those chips. Miss Vicky's hot pickle chips. Oh, if you've had those. Spicy dill pickle. Oh my god. I got I ordered a box of the little bags of them, and when I opened one of the bags, it must have been an error in production because the chips were doused in seasoning. I'm talking like unhealthy amounts of seasoning. They were so potent with flavor. Like the chip looked like it was covered in ants. It was like supposed to be a normal, you know, yellow color tortilla chip, and it was almost like black, like somebody had dropped in ash. And I was like, I tasted one and I was like, oh my God, this is the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life. It was so flavorful. So now I have this little bag of chips that I babysit. And every once in a while, when I have a good day, I reward myself with one of those chips. They are the rarest of the rare. The rarest of the rare. Imagine 10 times the amount of seasoning it should be on a chip. Doused. I'm talking like production error, and they are good. And I'm like, okay, so I never ate the whole bag. Every once in a while, I'll reward myself with a treat. That's it. Well, let's see if this gets pick up some momentum here. Come on, hit that EST trade. Conditions not improving as much as they were, but still okay. I'll hit my 50-90. I probably would. Come on. EST, 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 let's go. Come on, S&P. Get some movement here. I think the R&R is to the upside, at least in expiration. What do y'all think? I know, dude, the most extreme self-control just to eat that one chip. It's literally just, and I keep the chip bag in the fridge so they don't go stale as fast. But every once in a while, I'll take out one chip and it is like sour and tasty, and it's just by far. We're back at MHP again. There's my trade. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't have an upper target here, though. So give you guys an interrupt. Usually don't trust those big old red candles here. But back up to the half gap on Qs. I'll take the $1,000. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, I'll take it. All right. That concludes the stream, guys. I'm going to go build my computer. Yeah, that's good. That's it. I'm done. This is the tally for the day. Not bad. That was this account, by the way. This account's been like slam it in profit. I don't want to trade any harder than that because I'm gonna get out of here. I would be chilling. Not bad. 53, 59, 69, 72, 82, $8,400 on my Tradeify straight to funded accounts. Man, I've had like back-to-back 5 to 10K range days. And yesterday was a losing day, though. It was like $4,000, right? Something like that. I did that one trade on stream and then I left and didn't do anything else. So I hit the QQQ interrupt, which is half gap again with negative res. I scalped this one. I've taken this trade 2 times while I've been sitting here. Take care, everybody. All right, I'll double up on the giveaways on Monday, I promise. And I'll give everybody an Easter basket full of candy, love, hope, dreams, and profits. So you know how it goes. Have a happy holiday. If you celebrate Easter, have a happy Easter. Have a happy whatever. 3-day weekend. Have a party. Go to the pool. Enjoy yourselves. Is Monday a normal trading day? Let's hope it is. But yeah, it will be a trading day on Monday. I'll be doing a stream tomorrow. Educational. We'll get together and just chit chat and talk about the market like we always do on holidays. Just because I don't like to take the day off. I'll hang out in the morning. If you guys want to take your day off and do something and learn something, we'll stream. We'll do a boot camp on YouTube, yeah. All right, guys. Adios. Don't forget to sub to the channel. We just broke 20K subs today. Very awesome. Don't forget to use the Rocket Scooter code everywhere you go at your favorite prop firms. We get the best deals around the block. I got a couple more prop firms reaching out to me, offering me deals and stuff. So we're going to have a lot more going forward with the Rocket Scooter code. Everything that you do with our code enters you into giveaways, drawings, and helps support the company development of the platform. Love you guys. No class today. Take the day off. Enjoy your weekend, guys. I'm not going to keep y'all till 5 p.m. today. Adios.